Occam's razor. Whoever even heard of that? I hadn't heard about it. You know, people always use the KISS principle with me. It's K-I-S-S. So keep it simple, stupid. We were expecting quite a bit of snow the other day, and we ended up getting about 6 or 7 inches, which isn't a terrible lot, but it was enough that I was afraid it might take down the hoop greenhouse here. So before the snow arrived, I came in and put some props up to the center ridge of this greenhouse to make sure that it held up and the weight of the snow didn't collapse it. And I'm checking it. The snow is not on it, so it may have slid off. It may have collected, and then as the sun came out, slid off. But it held up, and that's what the main goal was. So we kind of have a winter wonderland look around here. I'm up in the garden, and I want to talk about one of the most common sense preps that you can have on your property whenever you start developing your preparations for either weather-related issues or electricity disruption issues or anything like that. And it's something that takes into consideration a couple of really basic things. One is, what happens if you lose heat? What happens if you lose electricity? What happens if you lose your ability to cook food? And this one thing will kind of address all of that. So we're going to go in there and take a look at it. All right, so we're back in the cabin, and want to say first, we're going to address the problem of no heat, no electricity, and no way of cooking things. And don't discount the simplicity of this, because there's a principle called Occam's razor that says it's a problem-solving principle, and it says the simplest answer or the simplest solution is usually the best one. And that's the way it is in this case. So you're looking at our wood stove here that provides, I would say, 95% of the heat for the cabin here. The only time where a backup comes into play is when in the middle of the night when it burns down too far and the cabin cools to the point where we have a backup heat source that will come on. Or if we know that we're going to be gone for a long time, then we've got heat that's powered by electricity, which comes either from the solar panels in the battery bank, or our final backup is for the grid. But if we're not here, we will use backup sources for heat. But mostly it's the wood stove. And when we were getting ready to shop around for wood stoves, a lot of people tried to convince us that a pellet stove would be a good solution, and pellet stoves are incredibly efficient, and I agree with that. And I like them, but they also require pellets. And you have to go buy pellets, and I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to buying pellets, but you know, if there was ever a supply disruption of that, then if you don't have pellets, you don't have fire. And the other thing is, most of them are run by electricity. So again, if you lose electricity, your pellet stove will not work. Now I know there's gravity-fed pellet stoves, but I just wanted to keep it simple, and so we opted for a stove that had a flat enough top on it that we could cook on if we needed to. And we've cooked a number of things on top of there. We especially like doing soup and things like that you can just put on top of the stove and let them simmer. And we did that with the beans in the earlier part of this video, where we actually let them simmer overnight one night to get done, and made the whole cabin smell wonderful. So anyway, that's it. That's the simplicity of answering the question of what do you do if it's cold out and you lose your heat source? What do you do if you lose your electricity and and your heat is reliant upon electricity. And what happens if you lose your ability to cook? And so, we could always build a fire outside, but it's nice to cook right inside here too. So that solution solves a lot of different problems. And we have been without electricity down here, and we stayed nice and toasty warm in the middle of the wintertime with just this wood stove, which is making me too warm now. So I'm going to go out and haul in some more wood for the night. And if you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow our journey. Occam's razor. Whoever even heard of that? I hadn't heard about it. People always use the KISS principle with me. It's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Anyway, we're going to go get some wood.
Getting cold, light a fire. Won't you hold me, dear? Won't you hold me close? Winter's just ahead, inches of glowing below. Still in all their leaves, all their love naked except for some snow.
If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.